Now, the photography, cinematography of this film also contributes to the pace. I tried to describe how the pans are slow. Well, those pans are done that way in almost each succeeding scene. And the scene that really illustrates it is the bedroom scene in which Scout is about to go to sleep, and she's read from Robinson Crusoe to her dad, who is sitting on the bedside with her. And the whole scene is introduced to us by the very slow movement of the camera coming into the bedroom from really outside the window. And there we see the interaction once again of Scout being free to speak her mind, to ask whatever questions she wishes to ask of her dad. The thing that I observed in the acting in this particular scene that is worth pointing out, I tried to describe the freeness of Scout, but to complement that freeness, I think that Gregory Peck introduces a kind of shyness in his character. Now, not that he is necessarily shy, but that he projects it to his child so that the child can arise to a sense of authority herself, so that her questions are not really just inquiries, they're almost demands. For instance, she will say, "Can I see your watch?" It's a question, but it's also a forceful statement, and her facial expression suggests that she can get the watch from her father. And Atticus's response is almost always in the affirmative. That's carried throughout the film. Perhaps the most powerful scene in the film occurs near the end when Atticus Finch, defending a black man by the name of Tom Robinson, who's been accused of raping a white woman by the name of Mayella, is defending him. That is, Atticus Finch is defending this man, Tom Robinson. And after the trial dynamics have concluded, Atticus Finch appeals to the jury. He's convinced those of us who are watching the film that Tom Robinson is innocent of the charge. But he knows, that is, Atticus Finch knows, that he's facing a racist jury, a racist community, and it's going to be difficult to turn their heads in the direction of a fair verdict. One of my students noticed that the way the camera is situated, Atticus is directing his talk to us. That is, he's allowing us to make the decision. Is Tom Robinson guilty or innocent? And after the verdict is reached, Atticus Finch starts to leave the courtroom. The black members of the community are all sitting, as they would be, segregated in the balcony of the court. And as I said, I think this is the most powerful scene in the film. As a sign of respect and admiration for Atticus Finch, who has chosen to defend Tom Robinson, one by one, the members in the balcony rise out of respect. And the minister, who is seated with Scout and Jem and their friend Dill, looks down at Scout, whose name whose formal name he announces when he says, Jean Louise, stand up, your father's passing. Atticus Finch, unbeknownst to him, leaves the courtroom as the balcony, now in unison, have stood in appreciation of his effort to save Tom Robinson. I hope you enjoy viewing To Kill a Mockingbird. It has more than just a story to tell and a series of events to display and a set of characters to allow us to identify and get to know. It has something of a message or a vision for each of us to contemplate. And Horton Foote, the screenwriter, as well as Harper Lee, the original author, of the novel, have allowed us to think about these three different issues that are presented to us and how they speak to us in our own world. How do we deal with racial justice in society? How do we deal with those who are different from us? How do we relate to those who are our children? Thank you.